to continue with shear and moment in beams, so we have what we call as shear and moment equations. In order to properly design a beam, it is important to know the variation of the internal shear and moment along its axis in order to find the points where these values are a maximum. We have here a simply supported beam, and then the applied loads are the 10 kilonewton force at B and a 15 kilonewton force at C. So, ito ay tinatawag natin na applied loads or external forces. So, the same with other objects subject to external loads, we need to analyze the internal effects of these applied loads. So, which means that by observing, although nakita natin na nasa B at C ito, hindi ibig sabihin yan ay nandyan na ang mga values ng shear at ng moment na hinahanap natin. As mentioned here, merong variation ng internal shear and moment, which means that under the action of these loads, applied loads, magkikreate yan ng different values of shear and moment along the length of the beam. And once we have determined all of those values, we will get the maximum values of shear and moment at iyon ang ginagamit sa design ng isang beam. Although here, we will not design a beam kasi kailangan ma-analyze muna natin mabuti kung ano ba ang maximum values ng shear and moment given the external loads. So we have here the shear equations. In shear equations, we will sum up the vertical forces to the left or to the right of a section AA. So ano yung section AA na binanggit dito? So for example, ito ulit yung beam natin kanina. I just made it a little smaller. So gagamit tayo ng imaginary cutting plane. So if you still recall in some of our previous problems, ginagamitan natin ng method of sections para ma-determine natin ano yung internal forces or internal loads na makikreate doon sa object. So, ganun din ang gagawin natin dito. So, with this imaginary cutting plane, which passes between A and B, or this segment na AB, so gagamitin natin either the left side of the cutting plane or the right side to sum up the vertical forces. Kasi yung mga vertical forces na yan sa beam, yun ang nagkikreate ng shear forces and eventually shear stress. So again, this summation of FV to the left or to the right, ito ay algebraic summation of the vertical forces to the left or to the right of this section. Now, pag sinabi nating algebraic sum, we will consider the sign. So here, we will use sign conventions, like positive forces are upward, negative ay downward, etc. So I will discuss that later. For the moment equation, so using the same beam kanina, with the same cutting plane here. So what we will do is, we will sum up moments to the left or to the right of the cutting plane. So again, ito yung cutting plane natin. So this is the left side and this is the right side of the cutting plane. Yung equal sign dito, the same with the shear equations kanina. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, if you sum up the moments to the left of the cutting plane, equal yan sa moment when you sum up the moments to the right side of the cutting plane. So again, the summation of M to the left and summation of M to the right is the algebraic sum of the moments of the vertical forces to the left or to the right of section AA with respect to the neutral axis of the section of the beam. So what is the neutral axis of the beam? So this is the axis that contains the centroid of the cross-section of the beam. So for example, ito yung cross-section ng beam. Ang very common cross-section ng beam ay rectangular. So madaling, in a rectangular section, madali natin ma-determine ang centroid nito. So kung ito ang centroid nitong cross-section ng beam, yung axis that passes through the centroid, whether horizontal or vertical axis yan, we call it as the neutral axis. So makikita natin yung magiging gamit nitong neutral axis when we compute for the stresses in beams. Now let us have an example. Let us use or formulate the shear and moment equations for this simply supported beam. So ito din yung beam natin kanina, and this time, meron na itong reactions. The reason kung bakit binigyan ko kayo ng set of problems na magsosolve kayo ng reactions because dun sa mga sample problems natin, hindi ko na ipapakita kung paano mag-solve ng reactions. So I will just explain kung bakit ganito ang mga reactions. So again, we have concentrated loads. So if you sum up moments about point D, you will be able to solve for the y component of the reaction at A. And then with regards to the x component no reaction sa A, since wala naman tayo ditong external loads na horizontal, wala itong magiging value kasi wala naman itong ibabalance na horizontal forces. Now, for RD, if we sum up moments about point A, so you will be able to solve for RD. Now, ang naging direction ng reactions natin sa A at sa D ay both upward. So this is what we call as the load diagram. So this now includes the reactions. Now, first step or next step, kasi ang first step actually is to solve for the reactions. So ang next step is you identify how many segments you have here. So alisin ko muna yung imaginary cutting plane. Ilang segment meron tayo dito? So to determine how many segments we have here, tingnan natin yung tinatawag na change of load points. Like for example, from A to B, from B to C, from C to D. So from A, at point A, rather, you have reaction. Pero pag tinignan mo, papunta ka sa B, walang load dito. Pagpunta mo sa B, nagkaroon ng concentrated load. So there is a change of load point. So meaning, you have one segment from A to B. And then the same, from B to C, this is another segment na meron kang change of load point dito. Between B and C, walang nabago, no? Or wala kang ibang load dito. So you consider this as another segment, and C to D, ganun din, another segment. So you have here three segments, AB, BC, and CD. So what you will do is, you will formulate the shear and moment equations for each segment. So ibabalik ko na yung imaginary cutting plane sa AB because we will start with segment AB. There. So you can place the imaginary cutting plane anywhere between A and B. Wala namang kailangang maging distance yan kasi ang distance mo dyan is any value of x. Meaning, the value of x can be from 0 to 1.5 because yung ginamit mo na imaginary cutting plane ay dumaan between A and B. So that your x is any value between 0 to 1.5 meters. So later, Diyan natin makakakuha, diyan tayo makakakuha ng value ng shear and moment using the different values of x from each segment. Now, this is now segment AB. I will use the left side kasi ang instruction when you use the shear and moment equation is you can sum up the vertical forces to the left of the cutting plane or to the right. Pero ang gagamitin ko ay yung left side ng cutting plane. So I just made use of this, pero sa mga susunod na problems, hindi ko nalalagyan ito. So magiging detailed lang muna tayo ngayon para makita natin how did we get this or bakit naging from 0 to 1.5. It's because, again, itong cutting plane ay dumaan between A and B ng segment AB at ang limit, so we call this as limit, ay 0 to 1.5 meters. So again, x can be any value between 0 to 1.5 meters. Kaya dyan natin makikita yung variation ng shear values at ng moment values sa bawat point at a given segment or doon mismo sa buong beam. So again, yan ang limit natin for segment AB. Now, ano ang nakasama doon sa left side ng cutting plane? So this is your distance x. So you measure this from the extreme end ng beam sa left side. In this case, that is A. And then you measure that again hanggang dito sa imaginary cutting plane. Tingnan mo ngayon, ano ang mga forces na nakasama nitong distance x. So, dahil nag-start tayo sa A, papunta dito, so ang nakasama na load ay itong reaction na 10 kilonewtons. So that, when you formulate the shear equation and you sum up all the vertical forces to the left of your imaginary cutting plane, it will include the reaction which is 10 kilonewtons. So that is RAY or 10 kilonewtons positive. Now here, I forgot to mention na kapag vertical force ay upward, so we consider that as positive. So itong nakuha natin na equation na to, this is now the shear equation for segment AB. It doesn't matter kung may nakasamang variable na x yan or wala. Basta importante, you sum up all the vertical forces to the left of the cutting plane. Next, let us have the moment equation. So for the moment equation, using the left side again of the cutting plane, so tingnan mo ngayon, anong mga vertical forces na nasakop nitong distance x ang magkikreate ng moment dito sa section na ito. Meaning, tingnan mo yung mga vertical forces na may perpendicular distance hanggang dito. So in this case, we have RAY, and it has a perpendicular distance of x hanggang dito sa dinaanan ng cutting plane. And it will rotate in clockwise direction. So let us use a sign convention na kapag clockwise ang moment about a point that is positive. So in this moment equation, so sinamap mo, dahil nag-iisa lang naman itong vertical force na magro-rotate about this point na dinaanan ng cutting plane, so we only have RAY, which is 10 kilonewtons, multiplied by its moment arm of x. So dito may lumabas na tayong variable. There. So that, to simplify, your moment equation for AB is 10 multiplied by x. So, we will remember these two equations because later on, gagamitin natin yan sa pag-construct ng shear and moment diagrams. Now, going back to the original beam, so this time, doon naman tayo sa segment BC. So, we will do the same. Pass an imaginary cutting plane between B and C kasi nasa segment BC ka na eh. Then, you measure that hanggang dun sa extreme end to the left because we will use the left side of the cutting plane. So, I will remove. So, this is now segment BC. So, we remove everything to the right of the cutting plane kasi ang kailangan lang natin is all the forces to the left of the cutting plane or yung nasakop na forces nitong distance x. There. So, in this case, we have RAY and 10 kilonewtons. Kasi pasok sila dito sa distance x eh. So that when you sum up vertical forces, itong dalawa na to ang makakasama. Now, before we continue, kunin muna natin yung limits ng BC. So, ang limit mo ngayon dito is 1.5 to 2.5. So, how did we get that? So, if you recall kanina sa segment AB, ang limit natin ay from 0 to 1.5. So, since continuous yung ating pagkuha ng limit for that segments. So, we start at 1.5 here, and 1.5 plus 1 meter is 2.5 meters. Kaya para sa BC, ang limit natin ay 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Now, lahat ng mga forces, kagaya nito, ay kukuha na natin ng distance hanggang dito because later on, we will sum up moments hanggang dito sa point na to. So, yung RAY, may distance x na ito. So, itong 10 naman, kunin natin yung distance niyan hanggang dito. So, we have here x and we have 1.5 so that the distance of 10 kilonewton force hanggang dito will be x minus 1.5. So, let us now formulate the shear equation by summing up vertical forces to the left of the cutting plane. So, again, ang nasakop nitong distance x ay itong dalawang vertical forces. So, we have RAY, which is upward, minus 10 because this is downward. So, if RAY is 10 and we subtract this 10 kilonewton force, so our shear equation for BC is V equals 0. So, it is still a shear equation. Whether equated yan sa 0, whether may variable yan or wala. So, we will use this later on to see the variation of shear values dito sa segment BC. Then, for the moment equation, since dito sa distance x again, itong dalawang vertical forces na yan, ang nasakop ng x, so yan ang magkikreate ng moment about this point. So, you will just sum up the moments created by the two vertical forces. So, we have RAY with moment arm of x in clockwise direction, so positive. Now, 10 kilonewton force is counterclockwise, so minus 10 with moment arm of x minus 5. So, you substitute 10 here and you simplify the moment equation. So that this will be our moment equation for segment BC. Now, this is again our original beam, and this time we will use segment CD. So pass an imaginary cutting plane through CD, measure the distance from the extreme left, and that is A. So ito na ngayon yung distance X. So you observe the vertical forces na nasakop nitong distance X. So we have 10 kilonewtons or RAY, 10 kilonewtons at B downward, and 15 kilonewtons at C downward also. Now for segment CD, so medyo in-adjust ko lang to na sa taas. So ang limit naman natin dito ay 2.5 to 3.5 meters. So again, for segment AB, so we have 0 to 1.5, 1.5 to 2.5, and then 2.5 to 3.5. So we just added 1 meter nandito. So 3.5 meters. So let us measure the distances from the forces hanggang dito sa imaginary cutting plane, because later on, we will sum up the moments here. So for the 10 kilonewton force, this distance is equivalent to x minus 1.5. And for the 15 kilonewton force, that will be x minus 2.5 meters. So let us now formulate the shear equation by summing up the vertical forces within this distance x. So we have RAY, 10 downward and 15 downward. So if we substitute the value of RAY, which is positive 10, and then simplifying the equation, we have V equals negative 15 kilonewtons. So this is now the shear equation for segment CD. Then for the moment equation, so again, itong tatlong vertical forces ay nasakop ng X. So you will sum up the moments created by the three vertical forces hanggang dito using their perpendicular distance. So we have RAY in clockwise direction with moment arm of X. 10 is counterclockwise with moment arm of X minus 1. 15 counterclockwise with moment arm of X minus 2.5. So that's minus. So you simplify the equation, or you substitute RAY, which is 10, and then you simplify the equation. So this is now the moment equation for segment CD. So this is again our beam. This table shows us the equations that were formulated earlier. So for segment AB, with limits of 0 to 1.5, the shear equation is V equals 10, and the moment equation is 10 is equal to 10x, wherein x is any value between 0 to 1.5. For segment BC, limits 1.5 to 2.5, shear equation V equals 0, moment equation M equals 15. For segment CD, limits 2.5 to 3.5 meters, shear equation V equals negative 15, moment equation equals negative 15x plus 52.5. By the way, do not forget the units. The units of the shear of each shear value is in kilonewtons. And for the moment, ang unit naman dito ay kilonewton meter. So we will use these shear and moment equations to draw the shear and moment diagrams by substituting different values of x using the limits for each segment. Now, here we will show how we can formulate the shear and moment equation using the right side of the cutting plane. Kasi yung kaninang equations, lahat yon ay left side yung ginamit natin. So, if we will use the right side, so here I will start with CD, although you can start with AB also. So, if I will start with CD, and then I will consider the right side of the cutting plane. There, so distance is x. So, ganun din gagawin. If you consider the right side, you measure the distance x doon sa point, sa extreme point. In this case, this is D. So, this is now the free body diagram. So, hindi ko na lang sinama dito yung kabuuan ng CD. So, if you sum up the shear values, so titingnan natin ano yung mga vertical forces to the right of the cutting plane. So, in this case, we have RD, which is upward or positive. So that the shear equation for CD or DC is V equals 15 kilonewtons. So if you will compare this with the shear equation for CD using the left side, ang shear equation ay V equals negative 15 kilonewtons. So parehas din ng makukuha natin but in opposite direction. So for segment CD, dahil sa right side tayo nagsimula, so dito ka magsimula sa D, papunta sa C. So from D to C, so that will be from 0 to 1 meter naman. For moment equation, so RD will create moment about this point of the beam with moment arm of X, and this will rotate in counterclockwise direction. So that's negative. So it will be negative RD by X, or negative 15 multiplied by X, or simplifying this, we have negative 15X. So this is the same equation using the left side of the cutting plane, but it is positive. So it only shows that whether you use the left or the right side, we will get the same values, but they have opposite signs. Kaya pati sa shear and moment diagram, when you use the left side or the right side, you will get the same shapes, pero magkaiba ng ordinates. Yung positive, nagiging negative, or vice versa. But conventionally, yung left side ang ginagamit. Left side of the cutting plane. Now for segment CB or BC. So again, pass an imaginary cutting plane. Measure that from D. So ang included na vertical forces ay RD and this 15 kilonewton force. So that when you sum up, by the way, ito naman ang kanyang limits. From 1 to 2 naman. And this is distance of the 15 kilonewton force from the cutting plane. So this is X minus 1. So when you sum up the shear values to the right of the cutting plane, you have RD upward minus 15, or this is V equals 0. So if you still recall doon kanina sa isang equation natin for BC using the left side of the cutting plane, we also get the same shear equation, which is V equals 0. Then for the moment equation, so summing up the moment force, the moment created by these vertical forces about this point. So we have RD in counterclockwise direction with moment arm of x. Then 15 is clockwise, so positive, with moment arm of x minus 1. So substituting the value of RD and simplifying the equation, so we have m equals negative 15x. So if you will compare this with the moment equation using the left side of the cutting plane kanina, we also have 15x but positive in sign. For the left side, for the other segment, so you practice formulating the shear and moment equation. Then you compare what you will get for the shear equation, kung positive or negative or kung anong value the same with the moment equation.